Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name's Becca, and today I'm going to go over the second video in my Depop series, which is how to grow quickly on Depop. I've been on Depop for about 9 months and I've gotten over 850 followers, and I've become a verified top seller in that time, which is super cool. So yeah, I'm going to go over, let's see, how many do I have? So I have 5 tips on how to grow quickly on Depop, and yeah, let's get into it. So tip number 1 is being consistent with your aesthetic on Depop. What I mean by that is be consistent with like your background and like how you style your shoots and all of that. You don't want it to be like a mismatched jumble of things, because Depop is kind of like almost like a social media. It looks like a feed, like you have a page and your page has all of your items, all your listings and everything. So you kind of want it to have a consistent feel and a consistent aesthetic, and this will help people be more inclined to follow you. So that would definitely be my first tip. The second tip I have is being a consistent seller. So in this, I mean being consistent with noting the actual quality of the items you're posting. Like if there's damage, be very consistent with listing the damage, being as detailed as you possibly can. Be consistent with communicating with your clientele or your customers, people asking questions about your product. Be good at getting back to those people. It'll get you higher ratings, which in turn will make more people want to follow you. And also in this, I would say it's not like super important, but I really like making sure that every time I ship something, it's packaged really nicely, because I want my customers to feel like they got something special, and by shopping at my store, they're going to make sure that they get a good experience every time. The item's going to come and it's going to be exactly what they wanted, exactly how it's described, and the packaging is going to be special. So I think that all of these things kind of add to giving your customer that great experience, and it's going to make them leave a good review and want to shop from you in the future. Step 3 is about interacting with the app and really just going on the app itself or on the desktop version and going to different people's profiles, liking their items, following them. This will help pick you up in the Depop algorithm, and the more you're on the app interacting with people, liking items, following people, purchasing things even, the more other people will interact with your shop, your page, and it'll just help bring customers to you a lot faster. Tip number 4 is plugging yourself, like if you're comfortable with it. I personally wasn't super comfortable with it in the beginning, like putting my Depop on my Instagram or anything like that. But even if you're not comfortable with that, like ask friends and family to put it on their social media, and tell other people about it. And this will help bring probably more consistent customer base to you, because it's people who know you and want to see you succeed, and it's just a super helpful way to get you off the ground. And my 5th and probably most important tip, I think, is just being consistent with your drops. So of course you have people who follow you, and when they follow you, they want to see things that you have, and they want you to, have things come out frequently. So what I do is I post 12 items every other day, and I know that I have certain followers who like my items right when they drop, because they're waiting for my items, and they know my drop schedule. I know some people do it weekly, some do every single day, some people do it seasonally, which totally go for that if that's good for you. But as long as you're consistent with it, I think that it's going to make it a lot easier for people to see your things and follow you. And growing on Depop is awesome. It's great. And from what I've heard from a lot of people, once you hit a couple thousand followers, it doesn't really impact your sales a whole lot. But that first initial, like getting a lot of people to follow you, really does correlate with the amount of sales you're doing. So I think that if you follow these things, these little tips that I've given you, I think you're going to do super awesome. So if you guys have any other questions on anything related to Depop or growing on Depop, definitely leave it in the comments and I can make another video in the future. I'll go ahead and leave my Depop linked in the description. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.